Hey everybody, this is Saber. I'm playing StarMade, and this is the turtle. This has been my latest build. I did a kind of a let's build, I guess is what I would probably call it, where I just kind of walk you through the building process that I did. But in case you didn't check that out, basically it's a transport ship where I can haul a bunch of different ships of various different sizes all over the universe. Like out of the planet's gravity is especially what it's built for. It's the bigger, better version of this, which I call the tug, which works pretty well, but I just wanted something bigger, better, something to give me a reason to make a new build of something like that. So this is what it looks like on the outside. Now, I've got, I crunched some numbers, and assuming my calculations are correct, then with the thrust that this thing has, I should be able to lift something with a mass of just over 50,000 off of a planet. And that's based on a test that I did with a smaller tug, just to figure out its maximum lift capacity off of a planet. And assuming that the formula that I got out of that is correct, then that should be right. But if you did watch the other videos, then I'll run you through some of the aesthetic changes I made. The deck is mostly the same. I did add these kind of nav lights, so that way you know when you're on the deck which way is left or right, because green is always on the left, red is always on the right. And then these are the entry points, right up here. Again, red and green based on which side they're on. And then those go down to the hangar, which we'll get to in a minute. But I didn't make a whole bunch of changes on the outside since the last video, except for, as you already saw a couple times, the cockpit, which I got. And once I got that in, it really did start to look like a turtle. So I think I'll probably keep that name for this thing, because I'm not really bothered to find out anything else different. I'm content with that as it is. Alright, so let's go take a tour of the inside and see what changes I made. Okay, so these are going to be the entry points in case you missed the other videos. So right there in the bottom of the landing gear. See, I cleaned all this up, made it, presentable. I didn't just want, chunks of engines showing. And then each entry point has its own gravity, so that way it's nice and easy to get to. You don't have to travel all over the ship to find it. It's just a mirror over here, same thing. And then this is the main hallway. And I think I'll go to the cockpit first, actually. Up here, there's a couple extra spaces I had, so I just turned them into storage rooms. And in case you end up spawning, like if you log out in the ship, sometimes you spawn in this mess, which is basically the core room, which is just a huge mess. So if you do end up spawning in there, then you can at least get in two different points. That way you're not just trapped in there, and I don't have to break the ship to try and get out of it. So here is the cockpit area. Now there's a couple different levels. There's 3 levels actually. And there's kind of an emergency escape. If I have to get out quick, I can always use that to get out. And then this is just kind of an observation deck. And then same kind of thing here. And then this is the actual flight platform. So that is all the docking boxes. Now this thing has 38 docking points, including the inside as well, which I'll get to in a minute. But you can see there on the left, I've got all the stats for it. 42,780 thrust, a lot of power, length, height, width, it's all there. I'm pretty happy with it. I think, well, the nice thing about it is that I can always expand on it, because there's a lot of extra room that I can still use. So if I need more power, I can add power. Actually, one of the things that I originally thought I was going to add were like central thrusters here that were only a couple blocks long. But I decided to save weight. I wouldn't do it. I'll just see how it performs otherwise. So let's go ahead and head back to the hangar. Alright, this is the hangar. Now it's got 3 main docking points on the floor, and then it's got 4 on each side on the walls. So I can get a fairly sizable ship in here, as long as it's not too wide. I actually tried to dock the tug just a few minutes ago, but it was the exact same width as those doors, so it wouldn't quite fit in. So I'll have to use other ships for that, but it was just, you know, for my curiosity. Okay, more gravity here. Under each one of the ones on the wall, too, there's gravity. So if you do dock a ship there, then you can immediately come down here and hit that. And then I ran what is essentially wire all the way through that wall, so that way I can open the door from here. So that's pretty handy. Okay, and then these both go to the same place. It's just up to the deck. And then there's also kind of an observation platform. And there's also a bug, apparently, with flex doors that I didn't know about. Excuse me. I did not know this existed, but yeah, apparently it makes some faces invisible. But it's not a huge issue, just something I noticed. So then here's kind of an observation deck for the hangar. And then basically another one up here, just as the ramp goes up. I had to go up quite a ways, and I had to weave between all the power strips that I made. And there's that bug again. And then you're on the deck, which, once you're down on foot, it's pretty spacious. There's a lot of room to walk around up here. So this is kind of where the colored beacons come in handy, because if you just get out of a ship and you don't know which way the front is, you can always look and be like, okay, that's the right side, so that's the front. And then, you know, you can find the doors over here. I originally had them laid flat, but it was still kind of hard to find them, so I just had two of them pop up. So yeah, it's pretty Spartan, as it were. I mean, there's not a lot of, you know, crew accommodations or anything. It's fairly simple as far as all that goes, but it's supposed to be, you know, a utilitarian vehicle. So that is about as far as I got with all the aesthetic stuff. But that pretty much wraps up this build, so short video, but I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I could definitely use some direction, because I just started this channel not long ago, so I'd like to see where you guys want to see it go. If you want longer or shorter videos, please let me know. And other than that, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.